guys. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Guess what, y'all? I got some good news this morning. Good news, good news, good news. Do you guys want to hear the good, joyful news that I have to spill? Do you guys want to hear the tea? I am officially a part of the single women's ministry. I'm in the room with the single ladies. They finally moved my room. I didn't think I was going to get my room. I didn't think they were going to move my room. But they finally moved me to be with the single women. Yay! I'm not going to be there anyway, but I went into the room today. Well, I woke up this morning. I laid around for a while. And then when I was kind of like up brushing my teeth and everything, taking care of me hygiene, the counselors called me in. I'm like, oh my God. You know, every time the counselors call you in, it's always something like, oh my God, what happened? What I do? What I do? What I do? So they were like, are you going to be here for lunch? I said, no, I got to go to work today. So she was like, okay. So we just want to let you know that you have to move into the single ladies dorm. So I'm like, perfect. I should have been there from the get-go. She was like, yeah, they had it kind of mixed up when you came in. They had you in room 3, bed. They had you in room 3, bed 1, or top bunk or whatever. So I'm like, fine, no problem. So she was like, here, take the sanitizer wipes. She was like, wipe the bed down. I said, listen, you don't have to tell me twice. I'm gonna wipe the bed down. When I come back this weekend on my day off, I'm bleaching them walls and everything by my space. I'm wiping it down. I'm bleaching everything down. Yes, I am. You ain't got to tell me twice, honey. So when I went into the room, there was a girl to the left-hand side. She was just laying in bed, you know, on her phone or whatever. So I guess she probably doesn't have a job or whatever. But she was on her phone, and when I came in, I just put my stuff in, and I went back to get the rest of my stuff out of the other room. So, when I was on my way back out, I was like, how you doing? I'm so-and-so. I introduced myself to her. You know, trying to make nice, because normally I don't introduce myself. I don't do a welcoming party. But I'm trying to be like a nice person. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be approachable. I'm trying to be nice. Because the other shelter, I was kind of like quiet. I didn't say too much. And I'm still going to be quiet and not say too much. But I did want to introduce myself. And I was like, hi, I'm so-and-so. I said, I'm going to be in this room. I said, I was in the single ladies. I was in the ladies' room that had the children. And I said, now they're going to have me in here. You know, just breaking the ice a tad bit. So, I mean, by the time I get there tonight, the room's going to be already, they're going to be probably in the bed. I don't be around the shelter. Like, just letting y'all know, like, I don't be amongst this. I'm not here because I work, right? So I'm not going to be here. So only thing I need here is a bed, literally. I just need the bed to sleep and to be warm, to be comfortable. So immediately when I went into the room did not smell like urine. So I was happy about that. So yay, I'm in a single ladies dorm now. So I went back and told the girl, the mommy that had the 6 kids, I said, listen, they're moving me. She was like, oh, you know, you were quiet. You kind of stayed to yourself. She was like, you weren't no problem. But, you know, I didn't tell her, but I'm actually happy that I'm away from the kids, the room with the kids. You know, that doesn't really mix well when you have mothers mixed in with mothers, you know, women that don't have kids or whatever with them. Or whatever the fact is. So it's going to work out well. So I was happy about that. I was like, yay, I'm happy. But to the mothers, I didn't want to make them feel like, you know, I really didn't want to be in there with the kids. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully everything with the single ladies will work out. There was another woman that came in. She didn't even really speak to me when she came in the room. So I guess she's one of those people that kind of like, I'm cool, sis. Like, I don't talk anyway. So I don't be in here trying to make friends, buddies, or pals. I'm not here to try to make enemies either, but I'm basically here to kind of just do my time, and then get going. You know what I'm saying? Get ghosts. So I need to go to the laundromat. I need to wash my clothes. I need to wash what I'm going to wear to work today. I wanted to go to the gym, but it's not looking likely. Even though I did have 2 days off this week, I just have to remind myself that I don't have to go to the gym every day. Even though I'm like obsessed with going to the gym, it's like an addiction kind of. So I do need to take some time off and let my bones rest, you know. But I had a good night last night. I went in last night. I got in later last night. I got into the shelter like maybe 10:15, 10:30. It was probably more close to 11 because I had to get gas last night. I was just moving real slow. I was in my feelings last night. I did make a video of me being in my feelings, and I think I think I want to release that video, but then I don't, because I want you guys to feel every part of my feelings in this that I'm going through, like how I feel, my emotions, the good and the bad. So I want to share all that with the world. You know what I'm saying? I want to let people know you're going to have ups, you're going to have some down days. Last night I had a down day because I got into my feelings and I was in my emotions, and I was like, you know, I started crying, just talking to the camera, talking to you guys, and I'm like debating, should I share that or not? I'm thinking, oh my God, the trolls are going to tear me up with this one. But I don't care about the trolls. I honestly really don't care. Whenever I see a comment, as soon as I start reading the first couple of words of your nasty comment, I just block you. I don't even read the rest of it. So I don't give the trolls the satisfaction to get into my head and get into my mind and make me feel bad. Because regardless of what a troll thinks, whether it's my fault, oh, accountability, I still get these messages from these trolls, and I really don't care. It's not affecting me none. So since it doesn't affect me like that, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to share my journey. I'm going to continue to share the ups and the downs. Some downs I don't share, but some downs I will share because I feel like it needs to be shared. The homeless shelter journey needs to be talked about more because, I mean, there's a lot of people living in shelters. They're on the homeless shelter journey and they're talking about it. You know what I mean? So it's tons of people who have social media platforms and they're talking about their journey. They're sharing what their homeless shelter looks like. Because of the last situation with my other homeless shelter, I don't want to share any pictures of the building. I don't want to share nothing. So I'm keeping all that kind of under wraps. I could share it. I could take some photos and pictures to remind myself, like when I get out of where I've been, like this is where I was at. You know what I'm saying? Like I could take a picture of the room and just sheerly say, this is where I was at in 2025. My whole life was 2025 was homelessness, struggle. But at the end of the day, when this is over with, I can share more of that stuff when I'm out of the shelter. You know what I'm saying? When I find housing, get housing, I can share. I'm not going to necessarily share a person or anything, but I'm going to share my journey. So I thank you guys. I did put out a video this morning thanking y'all. When I wake up in the morning, a lot of the times I have Cash App sitting there waiting for me. I thank you guys for those. Again, I never asked for money from anybody. I'm just here to share my story. I don't have my hand out. I'm not asking anybody for any money. People donate to me because they want to. They see the light that exudes me. They see what I have inside my heart, and they see that I'm a genuine person. And they want to bless me. So I appreciate that. Every other day, I get a Cash App from somebody. Sometimes people give me $1. Sometimes they give me $5, $10, $20, $50. I'm grateful for it. I am grateful for the donations. So you guys are amazing. And I keep saying that you guys are my friend. Like y'all my peoples, right? Y'all my friends. Y'all my tribe. So we're going to continue this journey together, and I'm going to continue to talk about the homeless shelter. Whether people think that I should talk about it or not, people think I'm talking down on other people. I don't bash anybody, but I am going to talk about the things that I see with my own eyes, and I am going to talk about my feelings and how I feel about what I saw. So if you guys don't want to hear me talk about how I feel about things that I see and witness with my own eyes, you don't have to come here. This ain't the place for you. This ain't the place for you if you don't want me to talk about what I'm seeing with my own eyes, with my natural eyes. Even the staff members this morning, I don't remember, I think I did see these ladies before, but these two ladies that were here this morning, they seem to be pretty nice. Like they're okay. I didn't get an attitude, you know. I didn't pick up on an attitude. I didn't pick up on no like cocky, nasty, whatever. These ladies that was this morning, the two staff members that were in there this morning, they seemed like they were pretty decent women. So, and I was nice to them. I'm never not nice to anybody. If someone gives me an attitude, I might, you know, a little bit, but I try to keep my attitude under control even when people are being mean and nasty to me for like literally no reason. I'm still trying to keep my attitude and everything under wraps. So, but happy Friday to everyone. I thank you guys for coming here. If you guys could go to my videos, my shorts, my posts, I do take pictures sometimes and talk about the picture, like a post. People are leaving me messages. I have so many messages to even reply back to. It's so much. It's overwhelming. But I thank you guys. I love to hear y'all testimonies because some people say, hey, I'm homeless now. Some people say, hey, I'm in the streets. I live in my car. Some people say, hey, I live out in the woods. Some people say I live in a tent. Everybody got something going on. And if anything I can do to encourage somebody to hang in there, because you are not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. You are not alone. I don't know if you believe in the power of prayer, but I believe in the power of prayer, and I believe in tapping into God. God answers my prayers. You know, sometimes I made mistakes, right? And I believe I need to you know, sometimes you got to stay out in the desert and be uncomfortable for a while before God comes in and saves you. You got to do the work, and you got to be uncomfortable for a while. Everything in life is not going to be comfortable, right? Even in my situation, it's teaching me like how to deal with people, how to confront people, how to deal with adversity, how to deal with crazy situations when it comes to other human beings. The woman that came in the room this morning, she came in the new room after me, and she didn't speak or anything like that. I didn't speak to her either. So she's probably like one of those girls, because I heard last night, I don't know what room it came from. I'm assuming it came from the room that I'm in now. One of the girls came out complaining, saying, oh, she's making all this noise and all this stuff. So I'm assuming it came from the room that I'm in now. And it says, listen, you're not gonna have those problems out of me. I mind my business. I'm over here on my bed sleeping. When I go to sleep, I'm asleep, okay? I'm not hopping up and down. I'm not in here rummaging through packages or whatever. I'm just, when I come in at night, I might take a shower and I'm off to the races. I'm minding my own business. So, but I believe that room that I was in last night was the room that the girl was complaining about. So, but listen, y'all gonna see I stay to my whole self. I might come on my YouTube channel and talk about things that I see, things that I don't think is right, but I stay to my whole self. So I'm gonna need for y'all to know that. I don't be in here in nobody's business. Well, I'm not in your business, but I see things. And when I see things, I'm going to talk about it. So that's what my channel is about. I'm going to talk about my homeless shelter experience. And I need for people to understand that. I'm here to talk about my homeless shelter experience. Meaning, I'm going to talk about stuff that's going on in shelters. So if that's something that makes you feel uncomfortable, or you don't feel like, you know, I should be saying such a thing or whatever, don't come to my channel. Don't come over here. Don't come over here talking about, well, why are you doing this? Well, why are you doing that? Because I can do it. That's why I'm doing it, because I can. I gotta go to the, I need to go to the laundromat and wash some clothes. I had got me a couple pair of slacks for work. I needed some new pants for work, and I got them from, I was at Kohl's the other day, and I got 3 pair of pants, like slacks, you know, business attire type stuff, like, even stuff that I can wear to work. Like a lot of stuff that I wear to work, I can wear to church. So, yeah, so I'm excited about being in the room with the not being around the babies. I'm happy about that. I don't have to worry about that anymore. So, but I introduced myself to the lady because I thought it was the right thing to do. But I don't want y'all to take my kindness for weakness. I am not a people pleaser. So, you know, another girl had came into the room after me, and she was kind of cold. She had a cold demeanor to her. And I'm like, listen, I'm not a people pleaser. I did introduce myself to the girl that was laying in bed, because she seemed like she was, you know, a little bit more warmer, a little bit inviting. So I was just like, hey, I'm so-and-so, you know. But the girl that came in the room kind of looked at me and started talking to the other girl. I said, girl, I don't pay people no mind. I don't be finagling with, my mind is totally on some different stuff. Like, I go to work every day. I'm not in here. So I'm not in here trying to make friends or buddies, but I'm not trying to make enemies either. So I think there is like an older woman that is in the shelter too. And maybe she's the woman, because there is someone on the bed below me. Who that is, I really don't know. So I guess we'll find out tonight. But when I come in tonight, it's going to be dark. So, but yeah, I just wanted to fill y'all in on that. And happy Fridays, everyone. They got some really nice houses out here. It's beautiful. Really nice houses. I'm gonna find something, y'all. I'm gonna find something. They got some nice houses out here. A lot of these houses out here in this town is like, looks to be like Victorian style houses. But I'm happy about being in the single ladies room. I had told the mommy, the one that got the 6 kids, I was like, well, they moving my room, and you know, I didn't want to be rude and be like, oh God, I'm thankful they moved me or whatever. But she was like, oh, you were nice. She was like, I'm gonna miss you. I said, well, I'm right across the hall, so if I see you, I'll come in and say hi, see how the kids are doing. So it kind of worked out. It kind of worked out for me. I was like, yay. And the other girls, I was in a shelter before this one. Nobody really messed with me, but you know, there's always like a bully person. There's always a head ringleader of something that tries to come in and see who's who, and oh, I'm the head honcho in here. And I said, sis, I'm not even in this shelter like that. I'm not here. You'll barely hear me say a word. I'm quiet. I don't get involved in the BS because I'm not here to get involved in the BS, the gossipy stuff. And I want to tell y'all something about when I was in my room this morning with the mommies. Before I even knew I was moving out of the mommy room, one of the girls came in gossiping about something, and I'm just looking at her like, sis, I don't involve myself in the effery. I really don't. They was in there talking about somebody that don't shower, and I'm just like, wow, okay. I was like, wow, okay. I see you guys like to blabber. I mean, we gonna talk. Women, we gonna talk. Everybody runs their mouth at some point in stage in their lives. So, but I will talk to you guys later. You guys have an awesome Friday. I don't know why my eye is like that. Eye is red. It was more red yesterday, but I'll talk to you guys later.